Well, time for us to do the news. In our first story, the Ministry of Education is challenging the Auditor General's report that there were budget overruns in Get Fund's 2017-2018 academic period. Public Relations Officer for the Ministry, Vincent Koasefua, explains that the Auditor General failed to draw a distinction between the academic and the fiscal year. He was speaking on Current Affairs show PM Express right here.
The Auditor General made mention of the fact that 2017-2018 academic years, they had a budget overrun.
Significantly.
And that is false. You know why?
In 2018, the budget overrun, according to the Auditor General, was 100%.
Yeah.
In 2017, it exceeded its budget again by 60.93%.
Yes, that is because the Auditor General failed to bring about the distinction between academic year and fiscal year. And that report was actually submitted back to Auditor General to incorporate it into the final report, yet they failed.
So
because if you check 2017, let me give these figures. 2017, the amount of monies that were supposed to be spent, that is budgeted for Get Fund to use in 2017 was about 50 million. They spent 50 million in 2017. Now in 2018, they were given 40 million to spend.
For scholarship?
Absolutely. And Get Fund spent, they were given about 45 million to spend, and Get Fund spent about 30 million. Which means that for the period of 2017-2018, Get Fund was actually within budget, and in respect of 2018, they were not able to even spend up to the budget that was given to Get Fund.
So what, the ministry is challenging the findings as it relates to 2017-2018?
It is not the ministry per se, it is Get Fund who submitted that part of the report back to the Auditor General to incorporate into the final report.
But the Get Fund issued a statement. They never said this. They issued a statement on the back of this on Monday.
Well, the statement that was issued was a general statement. I am now going into the details, absolutely the specifics.
Okay.
And we wrote back to the Auditor General to make that correction, yet they failed.
Okay, I'll come.
In a related development, the Minister for Parliamentary Affairs and Majority Leader, Mensah Bonsu, has jumped to the defense of members of Parliament who were captured in the Auditor General's report as being beneficiaries of the Get Fund scholarship scheme. Education Minister Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh and Deputy Majority Leader Sarah Adjoa-Safo were among MPs that benefited from the Get Fund scholarship. However, Mr. Mensah Bonsu says MPs are not very well resourced and therefore can also at some point be classified as needy.
I think that MPs are well endowed. I'll suggest to you that it's not like that at all.
But they are not needy. Under the laws that govern the Get Fund.
What is needy?
It's needy is needy. Your constituents who
no, what is needy?
Who you fund with
if somebody wants to continue his education, right, at a particular time, he or she cannot provide the funding himself for that enterprise.
Member of Parliament.
No, I'm saying. Yes, member of Parliament. You think that if maybe the person has to pay about $10,000 for one term, the member of Parliament can afford that?
Should be able to afford that.
You don't know. You don't know what you're talking about. Honestly, you don't know what you're talking about. You are one of those people who think that the MPs are very well resourced.
No, but there's opportunity cost. That 10,000 CD to $10,000 to the MP means 10,000 CD less for somebody in his constituency who really, really needs that money.
Yes, I'm saying that.
I'm asking a general question. Should there be any circumstance where member of Parliament should benefit from a state scholarship that is defined in the law as for the needy?
It's if at that critical point, the member can be classified as needy. At that critical point.
Can that ever happen, that a member of Parliament can be classified as needy?
Why not? I have said that I have not assessed it.
Yeah.
And I can't speak for all of them.
But you defend, you're not condemning the fact that the members of Parliament...
You seem to think that they are not needy.
But you say they are.
I'm saying that they are because you seem to think that the remuneration of the member of Parliament should be sufficient to cater for him.
But does that justify? I get the point.
And I'm saying that it's not.
Does that justify you relying on
I have said that I don't, and I don't know the condition.
Okay.
They
so
were
it doesn't justify.
the condition they were in before they applied.
Unsurprisingly, Mr. Osechi Mensah Bonsu also disagrees with the modus operandi of the Auditor General.
I disagree with the modus of the Auditor General. The Auditor General everywhere is a tool for Parliament in the performance of its oversight functions. It's the reason why the Constitution imposes some injunction on the Auditor General to, once he finishes with his report, after interrogating the public accounts of the country, to submit that report to Parliament.
They say they have.
And if they have submitted a report, it's for Parliament to interrogate the report. Parliament hasn't done so yet. The Constitution provides in Article 187, the Auditor General shall, within 6 months after the end of the immediately preceding financial year to which each of the accounts mentioned in Clause 2 of this article relates, submit his report to Parliament, and shall, in that report, draw attention to any irregularities in the accounts audited and to any other matter which, in his opinion, ought to be brought to the notice of Parliament. Then 6 says, Parliament shall debate the report of the Auditor General and appoint, where necessary, in the public interest, a committee to deal with any matters arising from it. And then you go out and leak the report to the press.
It wasn't leaked, it was on its website.
It's not right.